Boruto 2 Blue Vortex shows us Jura going up against Kawaki, Boruto, Himawari so far. We haven't seen him go up against anybody else up to this point. But what we do know and what we can really acknowledge for ourselves is that Boruto isn't strong enough to take on Jura alone. Himawari isn't strong enough to take on Jura alone, even though her strength kind of is matching, you know what I mean? Even though she is able to kind of hurt him, not hurt him. I don't know. It doesn't seem like they're on equal footing. And then Kawaki's also able to hold his own. He just isn't able to just destroy Jura. So where does that leave them? How is everybody else going to fare up against him? You know what I mean? Obviously, it's going to have to be one of those three. And Kawaki just declared he's going to be the one to kill Jura. So where does that leave Himawari, right? What happens when a confrontation between Jura and Himawari arises? She's going to have to step up to the plate. She's going to have to step up and actually fight. And I've talked about it before of her awakening her Byakugan, how that's going to be a huge role for her, and how something may trigger it to happen, whether Boruto gets hurt or Kawaki, right? But in a one-on-one standoff against Jura, it feels like maybe, I don't know, does Himawari really have what it takes, or is she going to be able to deal with it the right way? Because who knows what Jura's going to ask of her. Who knows what Jura's really going to be able to tell her? Maybe he'll be able to tell her that Naruto is alive, and where is he, and all this other stuff. Her dad and her mom, they're still out there somewhere, and she doesn't know where. Could it possibly turn her against Kawaki? What are... It's hard to say. It's hard to really understand what her feelings about it all would be. Although I imagine she would be very forgiving and very loving and very just hey, we can't get those years back. Might as well just appreciate that my mom and dad are alive and I still have Kawaki and Boruto as my brothers and stuff like that. But it's hard to say, really. It's difficult to exactly pinpoint how a confrontation against Jura with Himawari will be a second time. What will they talk about? And is it just going to be him going after Himawari? It's not yes, he wants Himawari, and he also wants Naruto. I don't know. It's going to be difficult to say exactly how it's all going to work out or play out, you know what I mean? But the way that I feel about it right now is that Jura, he's making the most action happen. He's the one making things go down so far as we know, right? He's the one who invaded the village. He's the one who told everybody to go after their targets. He's the one who sent Ryu and Matsuri after Boruto. He's the one who went after Boruto. He's the one who fought Kawaki. He's the one who's telling Kawaki he wants to eat Naruto and devour him, and then he's the one who went after Himawari to devour her. He's the one making it all happen right now. So he's got a lot of targets on his back. Not that he's worried, but it's more so confronting Himawari again. What is that going to look like? It's obvious that... I think it's kind of obvious that nobody wants Himawari in the fight. You know, Boruto doesn't want her a part of the fight. Kawaki doesn't want her a part of the fight. She's gonna get hurt. You know, that's the worst case scenario. And now it's just a matter of how can she work as a team? And that's why I feel like Team 10 is mostly going to be able to help out. It's going to give her a little bit of backup that she needs in order to focus her strength on what she needs to do. But like we saw before, Team 10 isn't equipped to handle Jura. And the most that they'll do is just get in the way. So it's kind of hard to figure out how is it all going to flow and how is it all going to work out, you know? So I don't know. I'm really interested to see what Himawari and Jura would do in another confrontation. Would he tell her that Naruto's alive and Hinata as well? Would he turn Himawari against Kawaki? What's gonna happen? You know what I mean? It's interesting. And it's also kind of up in the air right now what Himawari's role is going to be moving forward. Especially because since she is a target, and since because Jura has to go after somebody that he wants, Himawari is the most likely. And I don't know, I was kind of under the impression that maybe Himawari would take on Jura again in some way, but I don't know. Maybe it'll be Boruto, Himawari, and Kawaki all going after Jura together, you know, because she's incredibly powerful. Boruto can protect her, and then Kawaki can go on the offense. Maybe the three of them team up and they do something, you know, who knows. But I don't know, let me know what you guys think. What do you think another confrontation with Jura would be like for Himawari? Do you think it would be more talkative, or do you think it would be back to action? Although Himawari was only triggered because Inojin got hurt, so maybe Jura does that again, but with somebody else, you know? And then she awakens her Byakugan. Who knows? But let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah,